Certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 1st and 10, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 receivers now in the formation, 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Here's Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. 5 yards. On the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
We taking wins home.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Pistol. 3 down.
Mayfield. Shakes off the sack. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Watch the curl. Off. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Check bang.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Check 9.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now Mayfield. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
14.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Redskins take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. 58 to Mike. Yeah. Order. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Yeah, that's what I do. 58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. You remember me? You remember me?
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Redskins first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get up. Let's get off the field. A little flare. Hey, he's real. He's checking crap. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They'll run with Geis. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Browns drive about to get started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
First down, Washington.
On play action, Haskins. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory.
First and goal.
The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Haskins. Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. On 3rd and goal, Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the second half to play.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hatchet. Run.
Mayfield now. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Real. 50 seconds a month. Hey, alert. It's going to be a long day. Let's go.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Check 27. Eyes on 27. Hey, check.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield, he's going to fire one deep left side. And got his man complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Regular. Check 99. Check 99.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch safety creep. King. Check 52. Run.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7.
Watch twins. Watch out.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And, boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Let's go now.
On first down, it's Haskins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
First down, Washington.
Haskins now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Now Haskins to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and goal, Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up